Hey all, thanks for clicking on this video. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing what a bug out bag is. Now, have any of you ever heard of that before? And why it's important to make one yourself. Now, a bug out bag is in case of emergencies. Let's just say if any time you have to leave your house, you're not able to grab anything, not much of your stuff are packed. A bug out bag is a bag that already has everything in it for you that you just grab and go. Now for here, I have a family of 4, so I have 2 bug out bags. One for my wife, one for me, and actually I have a little one for my child as well. Now, a bug out bag is going to have everything in it that is essential to if you have to leave in case the world goes under. Now, what you're going to want to do first is make sure you get yourself a backpack that's going to fit enough stuff, maybe to have some type of emergency utilities on it as well. For this backpack here, this one is called the Fing Dong. It's a very lightweight backpack. You're going to want something that's lightweight and not too heavy. It has lots of storage inside it. And that's what you want. You want to have something that's light, can have lots of storage, and maybe some utilities. As for this backpack here, as you can see, this one's the clip. On the clip, there's a little whistle. The whistle could be important. Right here, I have a carabiner. Now that carabiner is going to hold a canteen. One of the things you're going to want on a bug out bag in case you don't have need to get something to drink. If you have time, fill it up with water if you can. But generally, a canteen's always good in case you need to, if you're out somewhere and you need to find water and fill it up with. So it's always good to have one of those on your bag as well. But one of the first things I would say that you should definitely put in your bag, which I put in my bag as well, copies of all the important things. Right here in this plastic bag, I have a copy of my birth certificate, we have a copy of our passports, we have copies of our driver's license, I have a copy of my marriage license, and a copy of my wife and my daughter's passports as well. So anything you deem important, I recommend making a copy of it, sticking that into the bag. I'm also going to be filling up the bag as I show you certain items. And I'm going to start off with the smaller ones first. So on the top of this backpack, you'll see it's just a little thing here. One of the things you make sure an item that you'll definitely want, of course, is a first aid kit that comes with you. Now a lot of the things that are going to come about are going to be something small and quick. Sometimes one-time uses, sometimes not. See, this is good. Emergency has everything that you need in it. Band-aids, sterile lotions, plastic gloves, tape, all the good stuff that's inside it, all the stuff that you'll need for a bug out bag as well. So I'm going to put that into the bag right now. And I'll show you how I'm going to fit all this stuff. Right here on the bed, as you can see, I pretty much have all the stuff lined out. I'm going to go over all the items and their uses. And you're going to see that you'll be surprised at how important some of these and how small. So, suppose you're not one of those people that didn't even know, alright, I'm outside. Now what? I don't know what I'm doing. Well, this is why we go over these things. Get yourself these 2 books here. Get yourself some books. First book we have, this one is called When the Grid Goes Down. It was a highly recommended book to have in the bug out bag. It'll help you when you're outside, certain ways to purify water. It has all that stuff in there. How to map things, what foods you should eat, what's safe to eat outside. And then the second book we have is called Survival Hacks. Now this book explains over 200 ways to use items for wilderness survival. And this is good as well if you end up having to be outside for a couple of days. They have lots of stuff that you might find outside that you'll be able how to make a pulley, how to make a weapon, how to make a stove. So all that stuff is essential to if you're trying to survive outside. So I'm just going to go over some basic essentials that you'll need for right now. This thing here, it's a flashlight, or more like a lantern. You flip it, pop it open. Right now I don't have the batteries in right now because you don't want to have the batteries in. Just make sure if you do have anything that requires batteries, do not put batteries in it. Sometimes these bug out bags just sit in your house, the batteries will explode. You don't need battery acid all up in the thing. So this is just a mini lantern you have in your house. So you will have batteries packed, of course, with you. Another thing that you had that's pretty neat, you're going to want a fire starter kit. Now this thing's pretty neat as well. brings two types of different things. So what it is on it, see if I could guess I had one open. I don't think I had one open on this. No, I didn't open any of these. But what it is you gather kindling, and kindling is, you know, just small pieces of wood, branches, bark. You pile it up, and this thing actually has a serrated edge blade in it, and magnesium that's on the striker. Magnesium as well. What you do is you shred off the magnesium that's on the blade here. You shred it off with the shredded blade onto the kindling, and then you're going to start striking it with this thing, and it'll start to make sparks, and that's how you'll make the fire in case you need to make a fire. Just that will gently start blowing on it. A lot of this stuff is found on Amazon. You're going to want it. You can get all this stuff fairly quickly to your house delivered. We actually I made this bug out bag last year, and I always wanted to make one since I was younger, and finally during the lockdown was the perfect time for you to make one. So the next thing I have is a outdoor multi-tool. This thing has a blade, has a little screw, serrated edge, bottle opener in case you need to have any beer or anything, and another type of serrated edge. And that's cool stuff there. You have your hammer. You have an axe, which the thing came off, a little mini hatchet thing, case, which is always good too. That's always good if you need to cut any kindling up, or just to have on you for protection in case. And it also has a type A wrench in the middle there as well. So that's perfect. And you can also just lock it all up in case you just need to hold it as a weapon or something. Okay. So this is something that you'll definitely want inside your bug out bag too. These are all the essential, the minor things that you have. I'm about to show you now what's in the bigger box. This is all, so all this fits what I just showed you inside the smaller bag. I'm just putting this back into its protection thing, closing it up, and this goes all in a smaller pocket right here that I just showed. I'm going to close that one up there. You can actually fit a lot of stuff in a bug out bag, so this is all good. These bags. So right now I'm going to go over what to put in the bigger pocket. I have plenty of room in here. I'm going to show you some items you probably didn't know existed before or even knew about. So let's start out with some of the more bigger stuff. In case there's tons of different types of emergencies. Despite, you always want to be ready for any of them in case. So what we have here is a respirator mask. You might want to get one of these on Amazon, I believe, and eyewear as well. You never know if a type of contagion happens out in the world, and you want to have eyewear as well to protect your eyes. And they do sell refills for these, which I have as well in a different bag. Refills for the filters, so it's always good to have those as well in your bag. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Actually, that was one of the last things that went in. Another thing that you'll want, this little thing here. This is thermal emergency blankets. I have about 10, maybe there's about 10 of them just in this little bag. This emergency blankets. They're windproof, and they keep heat in. Waterproof, windproof. Keep your body regulated with these things. In case emergency you're out there and it's cold, you want to make sure you have at least a few days worth of these in a bag. Okay. Another thing, duct tape. Duct tape is probably one of the best things to have with you as well. You'll never know in case you need to. You'll never know when you need it. It has so many uses for it. It's generally strong in case you need to hold something up, trying to build something to keep it together. You don't have nails and screws. Just tie it around. Duct tape will come in great handy. Just going over some basic stuff as well. Little you could bring these on your planes with you. You can bring them with you as well. So you have your Q-tips. You have cleansing wipes. You have your toothpaste in here, some lotions, some soap. Again, you just want to make sure you have a few days supply of some things. You're hoping you're not outside for that long, but in the rare case you might, and you never know what you're going to need when you're out there. So actually when I made this is all stuff that's in one bag that I'm showing. I actually have 2 bags made. Now when you make a bug out bag, let's say you make one for you and your significant other or whoever, you want to make sure you have some similar things in it, but also different things that could be useful for both. You don't want to make 2 of the same exact bag. You want to make sure you have the emergencies all that you'll all need in one, such as your respirator mask, goggles, and blankets in there. But you also want to make sure you have some other stuff that can fit. And here it's just a cleansing bottle. You can fill this up with, if you find any water, you need to shoot it onto something or any type of liquid. It's always good to have one of these around as well. This is a cool item here. Show you these. It's foodware. It's right here. This is a cool item. It's a fork on this side, a spoon on this side, and it comes with 2 of them. It has a bottle opener on this side and on this has a bottle opener, and on this side of the fork it actually has a serrated edge on it as well. It's a very cool item. I would like to actually use this for, it'd be more convenient just to use it all every day, but this is a cool item to have in case you're out there as well, in case if you do happen to cook something up. And the other item here, trying to see if I can get it open. Right here. Oops. Right here. This is a cup. Folds up, folds down. It's a good cup. You fill it up, you drink. You put it away. Lightweight, easy. They have another one, another smaller cup. In case you do bring some liquor with you or something and you want to take a shot while you're out there. It's an easier thing. And you can do that too. It's quite easy. It comes in this small thing. Put it away. This is how small it is. It comes with another size. That was the cups. All different size cups. They stay open until you press them down. And you put them away. Easy, small. So this is another thing that's surprisingly cool tool. Again, you're not going to be wanting to go out your bug out bag. Some people think emergency kits. Oh, we're going to need plastic cups. We're going to need forks and knives. You just need to find the right tool that has it all, such as that thing. Small, fit in the bag, easy to do. Another thing, it's going to get dark while you're out there. Eventually, you're going to want to buy a small headlamp, one you can wrap around your head, battery operated, solar operated, whatever you can find. Small headlamp. This one's super bright, it says water resistant, lightweight. And it comes with 2 of them in this one box. And that is called Gear Light S500 LED headlamp. Again, all stuff I got off Amazon or through other, websites that I found that are good. Of course, toothbrush, 2-pack toothbrush. You want to bring with you. Now let's get to the good stuff. Here, this is called Mayday. It's emergency food rations. It comes with 9 bars. Each bar is 400 calories for a total of 3,600 calories. It's a 5-year shelf life. So if you happen to buy one of these, it'll last for the expiration's for 5 years. If you don't have an emergency, you can just buy a new one after 5 years once it expires. This one's good till 2025. And this also says that it provokes thirst. So eating this should not make you thirsty in case you do not have water or any type of liquid. So this is a good one to have. It's Mayday Emergency Food Rations. It's 9 bars that should last. And we actually have 2 of these. So my wife has one in her bag. I have one in my bag. Here's another thing that's cool. This is called Lit Fitness. And what this is, it's a tent. It's an emergency tent. Can fit 2 adults in it. It's an emergency tube tent, and it has the instructions right here on the bottom of how to do it. It says it can fit 2 adults. Yes, it's open on each side. You're not going to be out living luxury out there. You're going to have to do what you hopefully do. Hopefully it's not snowing, and it's good to protect yourself against the elements. And that comes to this. Suppose you do have your tent up. I have this plastic bag here. This is netting. Netting that you can put around you or the tent in case there's a lot of insects out. This will help protect you against insects. So you do have that barrier that we were actually able to bring. Again, this tent says it can fit 2 adults. Small, compact. Look how small that is. You don't need to go out there. Again, you're only going out there. You're hopefully only going to be in case this. You're hoping for a couple of days. And this lasts longer. It lasts longer, but you're only hoping to be out there for a couple of days max. You need to go out and buy a Bugout bag and buy an 8-person tent. It's going to be too hard to carry. You're not going to be able to move around. And same thing with sleeping bags. You're not going to be able to move around. You need to get something that can fit everything. Let's put that into there. Push this up. Move that back. And again, I think I went over these before. The respirator and the goggles, which I keep on top in case. In case that's one of the first things you want to put on. And there you go. That's everything that can fit in my bag here. I'm just going to pause this real quick. Alright, so I'm back here and now I'm going to go over what I have in my wife's bag. So another cool item that we have here is called a personal water filter straw. Now let's suppose you do have that canteen, you do get water from a spring or a river or something, and a lot of that has contaminants and bacteria in it, and you want to be safe and you're not sure. You can actually use this straw, put it into the canteen, and it'll filter out all of the contaminants in it. Or you can actually, it says you can use this and drink right from the stream or river itself. A type of straw that'll filter out everything that comes into it, so it makes any of the water safe. So this is a good item to have. I would say if you can, get about 2 of them in a Bugout bag, so for others to have with you as well. Do that to the slide one. Another thing you want, you might want to have a little log, a little notebook, a little journal with you. Let's just say you happen to be out there for more than a couple of days. You might want to take notes, mark down what day it is. If you're out there long enough, sometimes you tend to lose track of days. Maybe you want to mark down food rationings, where you are at the time, and help you navigate. It'll be easier. Again, just like the tent, right here we have 2 emergency sleeping bags. 2 emergency sleeping bags. These are small. And again, like I said, you're not trying to get giant sleeping bags and bring them with you. It's going to be too hard to carry. These are 2 small ones. It says, I believe they are up to 82 inches. I think it's 52 by 82 inches. And that's going to be plenty for you. And I think that's all that was in the smaller pocket for that one. Okay. Next, we're going to go over, I'm going to show you different things that I put in the bag as well. So you saw that I had those spoons, and you saw I had the little cups. Well, right here is a portable stove top. This is a really cool item. It sets up like a portable stove. Goes up. You got all the essentials there that you'll need. You stack it up. You have this. You put your ring in it. You light the bottom. You have this too if you're cooking something small. It's a portable stove top, compact. It'll fit everything you need. That's a good one to do if you're just trying to cook some type of food that you have. And small and compact. You're not trying to make anything a big meal out there. And if you happen to make a big fire, make a big meal, you hunt yourself an animal, cool. But other than that, right here, this goes on top of it. It's a portable stove top pot. So right there, if you want to cook something in a pot, this is the thing that you would put on top of it. Perfect, lightweight. It is called the Alpine Stowaway Pot, stainless steel, 775 milliliters. So again, they have all this stuff that's out there, small and compact, ready to fit right inside your bug out bag. You can fit a lot of stuff into this. There's still plenty of pockets that I didn't use. I didn't even use a majority of these pockets. And there's still so much you can put in there. So that's something you may want to take into notice. Right here, this is an emergency crank radio. It's not battery operated. You crank it, and the thing is, it doesn't last that long because you have to keep cranking it. But it's basically a radio you're going to want to use in case of emergencies. It has a USB on it in case you do need to get a quick charge on your phone. You'll just have to crank it the whole time while you're doing that. And it's solar powered as well. So it could charge up during solar powered, but if it's dark, you need to crank it. And it is solar powered, and it could charge your phone. So this is a good item to bring with you. It's called just emergency crank radio. You just want to make sure if you do bring your phone with you, and you want to make sure you find one that can charge your phone. This is Ziploc bags, little sandwich bags. You never know when you'll need them. Carry stuff in, you find anything. It's more essential stuff you may or may not want to bring inside. Another thing, alright, that emergency tent that I had may not be good for every day. You're going to have to make your own shelter using something. You're going to want rope and zip ties. Zip ties will come really handy holding anything up, making sure they don't fall or attach to any branch. Rope and zip ties, something small you'll want as well. Right here, this is rain ponchos. Of course, every day is not going to be nice weather. It may rain, and you may have to walk and do traveling. You're going to want to get yourself some rain ponchos as well. This is just emergency socks and underwear. This is a good product to have. You're not going to be living the lime life if you're outside. So you're just going to want to have a quick change of underwear and a quick change of socks. Doesn't matter what it is. Just make sure you have some type of clothing that's good for you. Again, like I said, Mayday, you have one of these in each bag. Emergency food source. Should last. It says it has 9 bars of 400 calories. So it should be at least, as long as it stinks, but you have at least 3 days worth of food here. You're not going to be able to get everything. You can even do 2 days if you happen. 400 calories is a lot. And if you're surviving, you may only want to do 3 bars a day. At least get 1,200 calories in you. Same thing, a respirator and a mask as well to protect your eyes, and as well as with those filter cartridges in case there is some type of contagion outside that you need. And her bag is exactly the same as mine. Has a whistle, different color, so that's how you'll know. But other than that, I'm sure, batteries. I don't have batteries in here. I gotta make sure I put batteries in there. You're gonna want to have all types of batteries on you. I don't have many things that require batteries. The only thing that requires batteries was that little flashlight thing that I had. Everything else was either solar powered or cranked, and I didn't really have much electronics besides that little the little emergency radio and the flashlight. Other than that, the headlamp may require batteries, so it's always good to have batteries. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. If you're trying to figure out where to buy something or what it is, the product is that I showed you, you can comment on that as well, and I'll always answer. So other than that, thank you guys. This is my first time ever making a YouTube video. I don't have a channel, but I will post this up on there, and I will post it up on Facebook. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it's the best that hopefully you'll never have to use a bug-out bag, but it's always good to have one around the house in case. We keep them in our basement, so in case of emergency, we grab them and we go. But other than that, you guys be good, and thank you for watching.